Everyone, thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. Well, today could possibly be our last 70-degree day for the rest of the year. Very big cold front causing some big changes. Probably by Friday. We've got our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, tracking these big changes coming. But Jeremy, I want to go back to the headline where you actually just said the word snow. You said it so casually, I had to do a double take.
Yeah, Whitney, we're talking about a 25 to 30 degree drop in temperatures.
Whoa.
We're talking about a pretty big incoming storm. And you said maybe our last 70-degree day. If we hit 70 tomorrow, that's it. If we hit 60 tomorrow, that's likely the last time we do that this year. Yeah, this is a biggie, and this biggie is playing a big role in what we're seeing. Now, look off in the distance, a little bit of smoky haze. That smoky haze correlates to ongoing wildfires across the region and a stagnant weather pattern that keeps us in this unhealthy for sensitive groups range. That's going to be the case today and tomorrow. Not until we get a shift in the weather pattern do we finally get rid of it. So notice tomorrow, no real change, but watch what happens from Thursday into Friday. By Friday, wind picks up, blows the smoke out, rain falls on those fires in the Cascades, even a little bit of snow. We could be talking an end to fire season as this storm moves in. This is that kind of shift in the weather pattern. Smoky and warm today. It says hazy and mild tomorrow. That is not the case. In fact, as we get into the day tomorrow, it looks like rain returns later on in the day. We'll be breaking that down more over the course of the next few days, though. Rain sticks around. Sunday's chances of rain are dropping off just a bit. We'll talk about that coming up, but notice Monday we're right back to it. Guess what? All of next week, going to be rainy, going to be cold. When it comes to the snow, 4,000 feet is kind of our magic number, so we're not worried about it here in town. But if you're heading over Lookout or Snoqualmie Pass, be ready for a little bit of the white stuff.
Very interesting. All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. In other news happening today, the last of 4 South Hill Dog Park meetings. Tonight, the East Central community will get a chance to weigh in on the potential Underhill Dog Park. Nicole Hernandez talked to neighbors who say they not only don't want that park, they believe it's unsafe.
Neighbors say it's this area here just west of Underhill Park that could potentially be a new dog park. The plan would be for the city to fence off 7 acres of that natural wooded area.
Guinevere, I know you're excited, huh?
Robin and Michelle Kaiser love their dogs.
Yeah, your dog's part of your family.
Which is why they're concerned about the potential new dog park at Underhill Park.
I live just over this hill, so we are right on the side of the corner of where the planned fencing would go.
They've lived here for decades, so they know the park well.
A good 80% of this entire area is nothing but the basalt.
Robin says the rocks are dangerous.
Having some rocks is great, dogs to hopping over rocks and stuff, but not something with a 12-foot drop off on the other side of it.
They know from experience.
Thank you.
One of their former dogs went over the edge years ago.
And it jumped off and hit its chin.
The Kaisers aren't the only neighbors concerned.
None of us want it down here.
Sam Mace also lives near the park and says it serves an underrepresented community.
This is their natural area. This is their place to play. This is where kids and families can come walk.
Plus, Sam says the people who use the current makeshift South Hill Dog Park don't want the new one at Underhill either. At the first South Hill Dog Park meeting last week, she says Underhill Park did not get one yes vote.
It doesn't meet their needs. They don't want to drive this far. They don't want to come down to this neighborhood. So why is this on the table?
Tonight's meeting will be at Liberty Park Library.
We're going to turn out as many people as we can. We're going to pack the library.
And they'll hand over their petition with hundreds of signatures. That meeting starts tonight at 6 o'clock. The city says these are all just discussions at this point. They haven't made any decisions on where this new dog park will actually go. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
We'll certainly keep you updated on that. In the meantime, the first related flu death of the season has now been recorded in Spokane. The regional health district says the patient was in their 60s with underlying health conditions. According to the health district, that death was early for the typical flu season. With the warmer weather that Spokane's been seeing throughout October, most people have yet to even get their flu shot. And with fewer COVID restrictions, the health district predicts more cases of the flu in Spokane for this winter than the last 2 years. One doctor says people need to step up and get those vaccines to help themselves and others around them.
We know that the flu can be severe and it can be deadly to a lot of people, and that's the reason why not only you have to protect yourself, but by protecting yourself, you're also building a net of protection around those that may be at higher higher risk for either severe disease.
So according to the CDC, the elderly, young children, and pregnant women are at the highest risk of severe or serious flu complications. Last flu season, there were 78 people who were hospitalized and 8 flu-related deaths in Spokane. Dr. Velasquez encourages everyone to get their flu shot as soon as they can, especially in time for the holidays. There are also vaccines that protect people against the flu and COVID-19 that the health district is also recommending. All right, before we head to break, we've got a sneak peek now at our next segment of The Tea with Amanda Rowley. She's talking with Chris Jordan, who's running for Spokane County Commissioner in District 1.
I think that our county is not doing enough to lead. I decided I don't want to sit on the sidelines anymore. I want to be a part of the solution.
Can you talk to me about what you think are the most pressing issues that District 1 faces right now?
So you'll hear his answer and the rest of Amanda's interview with Chris Jordan. That's coming up right after the break.